Next up, the CarBuyer Advisor, your first place to turn for everything automotive. Taking a stand for consumer education and dedicated to connecting you with the industry's finest automotive products, services, and advice. And now, please welcome the CarBuyer Advisor.
I have personally done business with our next guest for over a decade. They've been in business much longer than that, though. They were around when, if you wanted air conditioning on your car, you would have gone to them to have one installed. The amount of time of business has been around is important. It usually indicates a level of success, but does not alone guarantee quality. What you'll want to know more importantly than the number of years they've been in business is how qualified they are. Do they use quality parts in their repairs? Do they employ quality trained technicians? Does the management, even more importantly, the owner, really care about their reputation? In the case of our next business, all of the above. Don't take our word for it. Listen in. We believe by the time we're done, you will understand what it takes to be invited on our show. Mediocrity is insufficient to be a guest. We are committed to connecting you with the best in each automotive category, the top few in each field of expertise. Please welcome Tom Rankin, owner, American Auto Air and Repair. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, talk about dedication. Tom's been under the weather, and he's still with us here today. And Tom, how long has American Auto Air been in Reno?
Since 1976.
Now, there have been so many advances in air conditioning systems since then. Let's start by talking about some of today's modern componentry. Take a moment and discuss the various parts of the now called climate control systems, what they are and what they do.
Well, in the old days, the air conditioner was pretty simple, but now you have dual zone climate control. You have sensors, sun load sensor, in-car temperature sensor, actuators for each side of the car, and it's totally different.
Well, you know, I'm going to jump around a little bit here because the next discussion applies to more of what you offer other than just air conditioning repairs and service. And I'm talking about the credentials you and your staff have acquired. And that was really what it's required to work on today's modern componentry that you were just talking about. So let's start with your tech that has achieved ASE Master Certification. What does that take?
You have to pass tests in every aspect of the vehicle.
And what areas are they tested on?
Engine repair, automatic and manual transmissions, suspension and steering, brakes, electrical system, heating and air conditioning, and engine performance.
Now, we talked in length just a couple days ago that accreditation represents the knowledge part of the equation, but your tech has been a master technician for how long? Since when was he first certified?
In 1989.
So we're talking about real-world, long-term experience here, not just book smarts. You too have been working on cars for years as well. About what year did you first get started in the automotive service and repairs?
Well, my dad owned a shop when I was born, so I spent every summer there since I was probably 8 years old, and then after high school, I started working full-time.
Now, what year approximately would that be so people can get an idea of how many years you have in this side of the industry?
I graduated high school in 87.
So you're talking, 20-plus years automotive service background. Maybe even more than that if you count the time before high school.
Yes.
Now, recently, and not too long ago, you changed your name from American Auto Air to American Auto Air and Repair. When did that occur, and how did that come about?
It's been just over 2 years, and in the old days, we used to do just air conditioning and heating. There was a lot more call for it for installation. Nowadays, all the cars come with air conditioning. So we had some extra time, and our clients wanted us to work on their cars fully.
Well, and you were explaining that what was happening is they were saying, well, it's there. Can you were qualified, you had the background, you've got the ASE master, and they just didn't want to be inconvenienced to have to go take another trip or another day to have somebody else work on it while they could have it done at your shop. And they were also, used to that quality of it being done right the first time. And what type of repairs do you offer?
We have a full service shop now. We do brakes, tune-ups, maintenance, your 30, 60,000, 90,000 mile services. We do diagnostics, smog and smog repairs.
Well, and you mentioned that you offer smog certification and repairs. And I want to take a moment to help our listeners understand the difference in Smog shops. Some will be able to smog your car and give you a certificate if it passes, and others will also be able to repair them if they fail. And it requires a special 2G certification credential, and I understand that there more than one person in your shop has that. Who are those people?
Yeah, my master tech has it, and myself. We're both 2G certified.
Now, the most important reason that you were invited as a show guest is your commitment to your customer, and this is where the rubber meets the road. I mentioned that I've done business with your shop for over a decade while I've managed automotive dealerships in our community. And I'd like to add for our listeners, you always got the job done right. We discussed that every business will eventually have a failure. It's in the light of that failure, how they respond, that defines them as a business. And you and I really see eye to eye on this topic. Please tell our listeners what they can expect by choosing to support your business.
Well, that's true. I don't believe a customer should pay for a mistake that we make. And we're human. We're going to make mistakes from time to time, just like anybody. The difference is if somebody comes to my shop and we don't fix their car right, then they're not going to be charged to fix it right.
Well, and we talked about why your failure rate is so minimal. I mean, you acknowledge that it does happen, and that's integrity, that every business will have that. Like I said, it's how that you respond in that situation that really defines the business. But what creates a lower failure rate really stems from proper diagnostics and what a critical role they play in customer satisfaction. Share with our listeners what you had to say regarding that.
Well, it starts with the knowledge. I mean, we have years and years of experience, especially in the heating and air conditioning field and also in the general repair field. And it's continued training and just experience, years of experience.
Now, our goal as a show and as an enterprise is for you to make the best choices on which businesses you give your money to. That's it. Use your power and your money wisely and make informed decisions. We do not simply ask you to take our word for it either. We give you the opportunity to really get to know the businesses on our show and their fundamental core values and why this business deserves the honor of being recognized on our show and deserves your support. Our mission is to create everlasting reform in the automotive industry. You have that power. Your money counts. Please let the businesses you hear about on our show know you're listening. Tell them you heard about them on our show and that it does matter to you, and you give your hard-earned money only to quality businesses. Tom Rankin, owner of American Auto Air and Repair. You can reach him at 775-826-6050, or you can visit their website at AmericanAutoAir.com. They're located just off the freeway on Moana, and you can check them out on our website too, CarBuyerAdvisor.com. Tom, thanks so much for being here today. I hope you feel better soon, and thanks for toughing it out.
Thank you.